day. From M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, this is the NFL on EA Sports.
On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Play action. It's Jackson rolling to his right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson buying time to his left. He's going deep for Brown. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. After the turnover, it's Tua. They'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now Tua. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Tua. Wilson's got it complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. It's a scintillating run by Lamar Jackson, and the Ravens have taken the lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And a long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Wilson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 10-7. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was Tua Tagovailoa who called his own number and finished it off with the touchdown run. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fuller. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Tua going to throw. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here, and it's an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Tua's throw taken in here by Fuller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2nd and 5 now. Tua. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll wind up being a huge loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and forever. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and a long way to go. Jackson, he's going to let it fly. And this one incomplete. A 50-50 ball in the end, nearly intercepted. And now it's 3rd down. Jackson to throw, sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Another run with Gaskin. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. To throw is Tua. Gonna look deep for Wilson. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And that one's incomplete. 3 seconds left, and barring a penalty, this next play should be our last. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense.